Hey guys, how are you? I'm Yalek, and my day is not going at all as planned. It's Thursday, which means War Factory. And you can see I have an atypical troop configuration for me loaded up because I've already done this once. This is why my day is not going as planned. I usually do my War Factory videos from the excuse me, frog in my throat, from my mid-level account. One of the two. I can't do it from the lowest level account today because I'm having trouble with my endless reserves. Yes, I know it's called instant training now. I refuse to call it that, so endless reserves. So usually I use the middle account, which is what I did. But with this particular War Factory layout, we've had this layout before many times. It's one of the tougher ones because of the shield configuration. The shields are spread out and they have pretty high health, so you really can't BART them. Other things have really low health here. That's a 1, that's a 1, that's a 1, that's a 1. So you can BART things, but not really the shields. So there are a couple of ways to approach this, and I've done different versions on different iterations of this base. So typically, like what I will be doing on my lowest level account, I work over on this side with Sparky and hack out towers and BART out lasers and create a little hidey hole up top of the HQ, so that, you know, ignoring the shields entirely, so that my Zookas can just burn through the shield. So that's a valid way to approach this layout, and I've done that base. And I've also done the other version, which is to come over here. You get yourself right back into that corner. You're out of range of the Doom Cannon, and you work on the, excuse me, what are those called? Green things, machine guns, with your Grenadiers. And I've done that version. Now, the last time I did this, I tried Gren Medic, and that did not work at all, because the medics don't really want to follow along properly, so sort of ended up, I think I tried to peek a tiny bit to get the Grens slightly roughed up so that the medics would hurry up and follow. And with that many machine guns around, you can't peek a tiny bit, you peek a lot bit. You don't get roughed up, you get shredded. So we're going to avoid that this time. But I had already done this. I did this on my mid-level account with level 2 Grens. And then I just deleted the video because I'm an idiot, and I realized that I have the tribe boost on this account where I don't on that account. Blah, 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 blah. I guess we're going to start, do one of those. So these are, for reference sake, these are max level Grens, which is level 12. So you see how low powered, how low level 2 Grenadiers are. And in addition, I do have the Gren Speed tribe boost. And we just have to do that. Why do a video with Grens and not include the Gren Speed tribe boost while we have it? So let's just go ahead and get started. I am going to remove this rocket launcher. The plan is going to be, again, remove the shields and clear that area, BART these guys out, and just go for a core hit from pretty much where those laser beams are once they're removed. So that's going to leave a shock over here on the shock launchers. You definitely need to get at least the top 2 Doom cannons, and definitely need to get flamethrowers and lasers here. There is some free GBE down here to take advantage of. The Doom Cannon, if you're walking on the water line, the Doom Cannon will not range you. That's fairly significant. That's a bit of a help. And what else? Core health is 569, like 630 or something, relatively high. This is a 3, so you're not going to want to BART that. I'm thinking just critters for that later. That's my plan. And yeah, that's pretty much all. So the one thing I don't love over here, I really don't love those boom mines. So I'm going to try to drop Sparky like, probably like here, and then use a flare, or use press the hack button and hope that she walks up something like this. At worst, I'm hoping she wraps around the corner of this machine gun. It's going to cost a little bit of extra smoke there. Normally I wouldn't be doing this, but then again, normally this would be 4 rocket launchers as opposed to just the one. So that makes a pretty big difference. Oh, this is going to be so tight. Nope. Ah. Cool. Well, we'll have to get that one next time. So while we're at it then, I'm just going to go ahead and remove all of those so as not to have to worry about that later. Don't remember where I landed on the middle account, but I did get her around that corner safely. But those boom mines are always there, and they're a pain in the neck. So, going, and I don't walk Grens often, so keeping that in mind. And by often, I mean pretty much ever. Plus, we've got the speed boost, so that's going to change things anyway if I did walk them often or ever. And there's that peak again. That happened the first time around too, but there's nothing I can really do about it. So, okay. So, oh yeah, that is going a whole heck of a lot faster than it did on the lower account. Oh boy. Wow. It took 2 hits actually on the, that was the 56. It took 2 hits to get through this, to get to this point. And from there, the Grens proceeded to do what they do and then ran out of time. They're actually doing themselves a little bit of damage, but nothing else really is. Oh yeah, that is so much better. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say that was the right call with the speed boosted Grens. Now I know why I did that. I actually did it for Crab initially, but didn't end up using Grens in Crab because of the prototypes. I mean, if you're going to use Grenadiers, you could also use Rainmakers. And if you're using Rainmakers, you get even better effect by using the Lasertrons and so on and so forth. So didn't even end up, wow, just a huge difference there between the different levels. And pretty much didn't manage that the first time. I'm gonna try to get over here a little bit. I wouldn't mind if these guys, I mean, they're just wrecking stuff, so I wouldn't mind if they could actually get a little bit of damage on those flamethrowers. But I'm not sure because the blaster is going to come into play there in a minute, and the Doom Cannon does too. What is shooting at us? Blaster. So we'll shock the blaster, and there we go. Now they're slowing down, but the flamethrowers are low health, so if we can get some damage on them, we could be able to remove them completely, maybe with that extra GBE we talked about. And yeah, there's pretty much nothing left to do there, unless we can go like that. Oh, nope, ran out of time. Took too long. Okay, yeah, way better. That was cool. I mean, except for the part where I, you know, got Sparky shot in the face. Let's see, gonna load up Bazooka and probably take just one more attack to set up. Don't need to here, but like I said, actually on the 56 account, there's Bob again. On the 56, I ran out of GBE. I was going for 4 shocks because this Doom Cannon is a factor, and I already have to use critters on the blaster, so I was going for 1 shock, 2 shocks, 3 shocks, 4 shocks. Get them out nice and early because of the laser, and didn't have GBE for the 4th shock, so I'd like to avoid that. I would rather go with probably 2 critters and then just use 1 shock on these. Well, no, because we're going to remove the flamethrower, so what am I even saying there? I don't know. So what's the health on these? Oh, rather low. Actually, if we're going to go ahead and do another setup hit, I predict we remove this rocket launcher and then probably get that laser out of play entirely, leaving us with really just 3 shocks and still the critters on the blaster. So unfortunate about Sparky the first time, but it does give us the opportunity to go ahead and do this. And this time we can just take the direct route and not have to play around with it, which is just better in general. Sparky and boom mimes. In case you didn't know, it's a very bad combination. Cool. Good to know. Also, in my earlier video, there was a very long rant about Facebook and notifications. I stopped using Facebook, so you know I turn the notifications off because it's annoying. I post hiking videos on Facebook. That's what I do with Facebook. All right. I wonder if I can get the Doom Cannon out too. The laser's definitely gonna go. Quite possible. That would be awesome. That would give us a nice free landing. Oh yeah. Cool. Don't really even need the extra GBE, but might as well grab some of it. So I got a notification while I was in the middle of the video, in game. It was just the the little red badge, but I quickly tapped on something, which prompted me to say, like, I really despise little red badges, so I don't get them from Facebook anymore because they annoy me. And we'll probably get just that and call it a day, so we're not losing troops. Did lose one Zuka, oh well. And you know what Facebook does when you do that? When you turn off notifications? Bastards start emailing you. I've turned off notifications on this. Now, I don't even, on this device, I'm still getting them, which is weird. No notifications allowed. Why am I getting notifications? I'll have to figure that out because I don't want them. But on other devices, I've got it set so that I get no notifications at all. I mean, my wife will ask me, hey, did you see what I tagged you on Facebook yet? No, I didn't. Which is the way I like it. That's fine. I'll use Facebook when I want to use Facebook. Thank you. But then they start emailing you. Hey, check out such and such. That if I wanted to see it, I'd have seen it already. Leave me alone. Anyway, so that's my second rant about that for today. Now, at this point, let's see, health is 433. That's only 2 or 3 shots with these Zukas. Let's say 3 to 4. So, and we've got 1 shock, 2 shocks, and we want to get right up next to that supply crate so as to be well away from all of this stuff, and might as well just shock the blaster too. Nice easy walk because there's nothing ranging the beach, so we can just actually grab a little bit of extra GBE there. Because we've got 3 anchor crates, so that's awesome. And then we're going to get ourselves pulled up over here. Perfect, and everybody going that way. Terrific. And being really conservative with stuff here because we can. There's GBE for days, so why not? Not the issue with the lower level account, but again, with the Grens, just it worked out. Everything was different. 1, 2, nope, ended up being 2. I undersold myself. Definitely recommend the speed boosted Grens. Recommend. That was cool. See, I mean, everything works out for a reason. Didn't use them on Crab, but lo and behold, that's a perfect layout to try your Grens out if you're interested. I'm running late, so I've got to go. Nothing else really to add to that, but there are a couple ways of going about that War Factory, and that's a pretty good one, so I'll take that, even with the Sparky gaff. So, I'm out. I'll catch you guys later. Hope you enjoy. Thumbs up, all that stuff, and have a great